Okay, who are you? Oh, it's Felix.
Yeah, this is Felix Cruz from Lebanon, PA.
Yeah, we know who you are.
Of course.
Well, while these guys unload this full truckload, take me on a tour of your shop here. Show us what a paint shop looks like, and yeah, I know you're not in the middle of too much of anything. I didn't give you any heads-up warning on this, but show us what you got. Okay. Show us how you're set up.
This is my workshop.
This is your storage area.
This is my storage area where I usually we put the games here, the cabinets.
Yeah, I see you got a couple stuffed away over there. And
these two are here already. These are gun games.
We're taking those home. You just finished those.
This is Wild Kingdom and Coney Island.
Yeah, we'll be seeing those because we got to put them together.
Yep.
There's a neat picture on your wall. What is that? It's a race car. It looks like a...
That is Ray Bracken's race car.
Did you do the graphics on that thing?
No.
You got a picture of Ray's race car on your wall. What do you think of that, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then on this other side is my workshop. Here's where we work. We break apart
Decal
cabinets.
material? Okay. Smells like paint in here.
Yeah, it smells like fumes of spray, airbrush, and here's where we break apart the games or the play fields. We touch them up. Sometimes we need to replace the decals.
Sure.
We take everything out. We make sure this is good. Seal it. And before we add any glue or put on the decal, so we make sure everything, all the edges are corrected.
Yeah, you bond them and sand them and everything, yeah.
And this Playboy here, we have an angle deluxe here. Like in this case, you see the play field is all
planked.
Yeah. I have to remove a lot of mylar patches. Sometimes that lifts off a lot of paint.
Yeah, we've been through that, haven't we?
Yeah, we have to make sure everything is clean before we start painting or fixing any dents we see on the surface before we start giving any colors.
This one's in pretty rough shape. How many hours are you going to have in that playfield?
I'm not sure yet, but
guess.
Maybe the playfield itself, it could be like maybe 25, 30 hours.
Yeah.
I've done this kind of artwork a couple times already, so it's not that bad as it looks. You know, because of the experience, I've done worse than this. But I know it's gonna look very nice. It's gonna look like nothing happened.
I assume you're going to do you're doing the cabinet on this too.
I'm doing the bottom cabinet doesn't look too bad. The head does
looking a little rough. You're gonna strip that entirely, or
yeah, I have to sand it all the way down. We're gonna do stencils only for the head. The playfield is gonna be just touched up to make it look as even as the head as possible.
Yeah, sure.
But this is the worst part.
Can you show me a stencil? Show me your stencil collection, or pull out a stencil, or.
Okay, here are the stencils. Are up there.
Oh my! How do you get there from here?
Show you. Look at this. See, like one of our next projects here is that Playboy cabinet you see behind you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to show you. See, here I have the stencil. I make them myself with cardboard. Like in this case, this is the stencil for the head, and this is the stencil
for the front
door that goes like this.
Okay, neat.
This is the black. I should have.
You have one stencil for each color, right?
Yeah, for the white I have a stencil, for the burgundy color, and most of the times depends on the base color of the cabinet. That's the color of the whole cabinet. In this case, sometimes I think this cabinet is going to be white, and I do a stencil for the red or the burgundy color and the black, and yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you got two colors.
Yeah, the black and the burgundy. The white is the base color of the cabinet.
Okay.
And that's how we work all the cabinets here, the stencils. I have a Joker poker next, the ones.
You have two of them coming off the truck.
Yes, so I have something here because I've done it before. See, like this is part of the back of the cabinet.
Looking, it must be the black.
This is the black, and the black, the spaces.
Right.
I have to look very carefully because I have everything that's all mixed up here. A lot of stencils all together here. Extra cardboard, as you can see, for the next stencils.
Okay.
I need
so how do you make a stencil? What's the process there?
Okay. Most of the times, I use transfer tape. That people that usually make decals for signing purposes, I use that tape to cover, like, it's something like this here, this kind of tape, right?
Okay.
What I normally do if I have to do a stencil for a whole cabinet, I have a big roll in the other side of this transfer tape.
Right, you cover the whole machine.
I cover the whole machine like that.
Okay.
You can see through, see?
Yes.
So then with a pencil, I draw everything like a sketch.
Okay.
I take this out and stick it onto
On
the
a piece of cardboard.
On the cardboard.
And then you X-Acto knife it out.
Exactly. I put it on the cardboard, and then I follow the line of the pencil. And that's how I make out the stencil exactly the way they were.
Okay. How many hours did it take you to make the stencil set for the Gangbusters?
For the Gangbusters, that took a lot of time, a lot of hours, because it's a very
That's a complex
design.
machine, yeah.
The sides where you see these lines and those black dots that show like the shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's
they're
easy.
Yeah, they're dots that you
But
painted
especially
over.
the whole side of these guys on the side, that's very complicated. The same way.
So you have to sit. You're sitting there on some sort
Hours,
of stool, literally redrawing everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And making, taking notes about what's this color. So and I always take pictures before I start everything. So I don't get confused with the colors, and I just give it the right colors all the time.
What if somebody sends you a machine that that the artwork is just wrong on? I know that happens sometimes. Like I gave you the roller disco and it was already stripped. What do you do in that case?
Sometimes if I have friends that already have machines, if I don't get the picture through internet, I Google it.
Right.
And I get a nice picture. I go by that picture through the internet. I print it on a paper and I go by that. I measure the machine and try to make it as right as possible to fit
Right.
with the
Yeah, I guess if you put one that you've done that way up against a real one, it isn't going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
But normally the designs are not really complicated. Normally.
Yeah.
Like the roller disco, you probably just freehanded that thing.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but most of the times customer prefer to use stencil and
Sure.
airbrush, so it looks more original.
Well, you stenciled that.
Yeah.
But you probably freehanded the stencils because the artwork was gone.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes. In that case, I just draw and I go by a picture.
Somebody sanded the cabinet down for you on that, though. I'm sure you were really happy about that.
Yeah, because it's less work for me. You're right.
Okay, you do play fields. There's an Addams family. What's the story there? What do you got going on?
Okay, now I have to fix.
My lord, this thing is rough.
Like the house here, someone, when the customer gave it to me, there was a sticker about of the house.
Yeah, the aftermarket
But
cover that they make.
one of the problems is that the sticker of the house, it doesn't have this part of the head of this guy. It's that area is clear.
So you got to read.
But before they got the sticker of the house, they already sand all this, maybe to fix. Because normally, Adam families, the edge of the windows in the house, they got all.
Yeah, they chip like
Like
this.
this over
Yeah.
here,
Mhm.
the edges of the lights.
Sure.
So someone sanded down. Maybe they went as far as they could over here, then they try to cover it. But the problem was with the sticker, there was like air bubbles between the sticker and the playfield.
Yeah.
And that didn't look right.
Now you're not going to repaint the house there. You're just
No.
going to clean it up and
I'm just gonna clean
and
it up
redo that decal.
and put a decal again. That's what the customer wants.
Right, per the customer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't we always do what the customer wants?
Yes.
You and me and everybody else.
That's right. And remember,
Like you were just talking about this earth shaker. What were you saying there?
here, Chris, I have to take out. This customer wants to put new decals on the cabinet, but the head, he wants to leave it as original as possible. So he wants me just to touch up the corners, take care of a little dents around here, but leave no new decals here.
Yeah.
Just touch up.
Which is harder work than just putting the decals on,
Yeah,
right? That's more work than doing the decals.
a little more.
Yeah, because to do the head decal, you just of course it's not a decal machine to begin with.
Yeah.
You would just prep that. You would sand it, make it smooth,
Make it smooth
prep it, put the decal on.
and put the decal on. A little more simple or easier.
Yeah.
But in this case, I have to work with all this. He also want me to touch these, keep it as original.
Okay. What other tooling do you have here? Tools that our viewing public might, specialty stuff.
Okay. I'm using here, this is my airbrush gun. It's a Pache airbrush gun. It's been with me like in the last 20 years. You take good care of it
Okay.
and it lasts forever.
Good tool.
Good, very good tool. This is very important. Every time you airbrush, have a nice.
Don't breathe
mask
paint.
And take good care of it, so you don't have to be changing the filters all the time. Well, this is the paint I usually use for airbrush or just for touching up cabinets, playfields. It's one shot lettering enamels.
Okay.
From my experience, I've been using this for more than 30 years since I was a kid, and this is the best.
And you're familiar with how it acts.
Yes, and this is very compatible with most of the clear coats that exist.
Okay.
This is the good thing about this paint. Some paints, you have to be careful if it's lacquer, if it's enamel, to clear coat. This one, I've never had problems. Don't matter what kind of clear coat I use.
Okay. Where do you get it?
Through Big Blick Art Materials.
Dick Blick?
Dick Blick.
Dick Blick? Okay.
Dick Blick Art Materials. That's the only place I can get them through. Usually in the last 8-10 years, I usually buy it through AC Moore stores or Michael's, but they don't have it anymore.
Okay.
And then I'm my my spray gun for the clear coat. This is it doesn't have to be a very expensive spray gun. This cost me like maybe $60
Okay.
a kit.
Automotive type.
Yeah. Automotive. It has this bottle. It has a bigger one. For whatever I do here, small playfields, small parts, I just use this small bottle. And I always got a mark. Depends on how much additive I have to add to the clear coat. I have a mark just in case. Sometimes it's confusing, but these are the tools. Here's how my little bottles. Here's these little caps is where I mix all the colors that I want for the touch up the playfield or maybe match the colors.
Okay.
That's the hard part. And I have a lot of tools here in the wall.
Yeah, I see clamps, obviously,
That help me with
because you do a lot of cabinet repair as well.
Most of the times it's the bottom. All this here sometimes.
Do you remember do you remember Ken's playfield that I sent you? That it was one of these.
Okay.
Okay, it's in our back. I remember I had the cabinet outside, and if you just went like this, it felt like it was just going to fall apart.
Yeah, fall apart. It was all loosened. A lot of screws around here.
Falling apart.
And I
Yeah.
take care of all that. I disappear everything. I make sure everything is square, tight, glued back together. All these edges, I take care of them so it holds the bottom of the plate of the cabinet pretty good.
So you're a painter and a woodworker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to work wood. Yeah.
But you don't really probably see a whole lot of differences in woodwork because most of these things are pretty similar.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of experience with rebuilding a pinball cabinet.
Yes.
Or those gun games out there, they're similar in construction.
Yeah, the back of them will, what holds the back door. Normally, all of them are the same. You know.
Yeah. But you have to fab. A lot of times you make new doors and stuff like that. You just make them.
Yep, I make some doors, especially when they're...
Yeah, well, they're that MDF stuff, and they get wet and they get all bubbly, and they throw away stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I replace the whole door, make sure where the brackets go, that holds the door, make sure the holes are in the correct.
Now, when you build a door, what do? You don't use MDF again, do you? You probably use pine or...
No, I
use MDF still? Okay.
Wood. It's heavier. Sometimes it depends on the plywood you use. It comes bended and everything. Sometimes it doesn't work to seal the door the right way.
Okay.
That's why I use that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, because normally, you know, any other wood, it goes like this. Depends on the thickness of the wood, you know.
Okay. You're also experienced in taking a pinball machine apart, because while you are our paint shop, you also do work for other people.
Yeah.
And they send you stuff like this. They don't do any prep work at all. They don't take anything apart.
Yeah, sometimes I have to go. I always tell the customer, if you want to bring the game like that, the cabinet is fine, but everything I take out, I never put it back.
You know, yep, it's not your job.
Just put it in a box, you put it back together.
Yeah.
You know,
well, you'll see when we go out there and visit these guys. I guess they should be about done unloading. We do as much of that as we can for you, because it ain't your job. I mean, we don't pay you to take a machine apart. You're cabinet repair and paint.
Yeah, and sometimes like in this cabinet, I have to, you know, unplug all these wires to take the head apart, to be able to take this thing off, the rails,
Yeah.
the bolts, to put the decals on the right way, so it's not in my way.
Yeah.
But once I'm done...
And let me tell you, because I know you've got a little bit of Ray's syndrome of undercharging. Remember when I met Ray, he was at $40 an hour, and I put my foot up his ass about that?
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff you just said right now, get paid for it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. That depends on how much I'm going to charge for the cabinet. The more work you give me, the more I'm going to charge.
Yeah. Well, you don't overcharge anybody. I'll tell you that right up front. Your prices are, you give your money's worth in labor hours for damn sure.
Yeah.
Because this is not easy work, and it's not fast. You don't wave a magic wand at these things and have them turn out looking the way they do when you're done with them. So appreciate the effort, the extra effort that you put in, at least on our stuff, and I know you do it for everybody else too. You're definitely one of the best in the business with this.
Thank you for that.
Anything else? Any other special stuff here that your average Joe's might find interesting, but not know about?
Here's where I keep my paints. As you see, everything is
one shot
lettering enamel, any color, any metallic colors for weird. Some customer wants weird colors in certain parts. Some customers want to customize pinballs or any art.
Sure.
These are where I mix some of the base color of some cabinets.
For the cabinets,
very
yeah.
old cabinets. But normally in the play fields, and in some cabinets that I have put clear coat, this is what I use.
Chroma clear.
This is urethane, the same as you use in a body shop for a car.
Sure.
This will last forever, with good care.
Yeah, I find the restored play fields are a lot more durable than the originals. You know, when you clear coat a play field, you can play it and you don't see ball marks or anything like that. They're tough.
Because remember, urethane is like a very hard rubber.
Yes.
When it dries, so it's not just very solid that it'll crack.
Yeah.
It's like a rubber, clear.
And the purists will say that it plays different, but they're out of their minds. You put a coat of pledge on there and just never know the difference. That all you got to show us? You ain't got nothing else interesting in here, man?
Yeah, you got me in the middle of...
What's your most... Yeah, I know you're in the middle of getting started on things. Yeah, I see that.
Things, yeah. Because that last week, by till Friday. We just finished those 2 big gun games.
Yeah.
I was working here.
Like
the
I
last
need
3
more
weeks.
finished stuff at the shop to,
No.
to get to.
And whatever was finished, it's already gone. You know, they already picked it up and everything. But
Hey, this thing's got a button here. What's this for?
I don't know. It's not. That's not supposed to be there in this cabinet.
What a, okay, you've been around this industry for a really long time. I need you to explain to me why anybody would do that.
Okay.
We know what it is. It's a free play switch.
Okay, but what I do with this before I start anything,
Well, I know how you fix it.
I call the customer and I tell them, do you want me to leave this start button here, push button, you know, free play button, or you want me to get rid of it and leave it original, the way it's supposed
Fix
to
it.
be?
Yeah, fix it.
And
Plug it.
I plug it,
Yeah.
right? That's what I do.
But why is it there in the first place? Like, if this is for home use, how hard would it be to, you know, put a free play switch, you know, right underneath there? Or what I do is I'll often hook them up. I'll put a switch on the back side of the coin reject.
I don't know.
Why?
People are crazy.
That's another trivia question of the week: is why would somebody do
But
that?
remember, not necessarily this cabinet like this. It's because the customer who bought this cabinet here, he wants it like that. He bought it from somewhere else, some other place. Now he wants me to fix it.
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of it.
Yes.
You know.
I agree. Silly.
Yep.
Well, you got your work cut out on this pin. This thing is rough.
Especially the playfield and the head.
That thing's rough. What's the roughest pin we've ever sent you?
If I'm not, I don't remember. I've done a lot over the years. I remember once I did Elvira playfield, and the face
Yeah.
of the lady was gone. Totally.
Yeah. Well, that predates me. I want to know something that I can remember. Something since I've been with
Then
Ray.
another one that I've done a lot of time. I've done like maybe 20 or 30 of these. It's an 8-ball deluxe.
They're always
Right
beat.
here.
Yeah.
Right here where the balls are. And another one was the high-low ace. Remember?
Yeah, high-low ace. Okay.
That was very.
Was that one
very
bad?
rough, very bad.
Okay. Well, that was
Too
one I
many
sent you.
small details, lettering, and the cards.
Okay. Well, the worst one that I can think of that I sent you was the Sea Witch.
Sea Witch. The playfield or the
The
cabinet?
Sea Witch playfield.
Yeah, the face of the lady.
Yeah, that thing was whooped, man. It was whooped, and then it had Mylar on top of it being whooped.
Yeah.
Because normally, well, there for a while, I was taking the Mylar off before I sent it to you. Because again, your job is paint and repair. I don't need you to take Mylar off if I can.
Yeah.
And I started to take the Mylar off of that, and it was like, oh my lord, I'm scared that there's going to be nothing left underneath there. That thing was a mess. It was beat.
Yeah, that was a hard one. But I've done all kinds of, you know, playfields and fixing a lot of areas. Any playfield is the same. You know, they're all different. Different experience every time I touch a pinball. But I love it.
Okay, well, let's go visit the guys out there, unless you can think of something else you want to add. This is the first time I've been to your new shop here. This is nice. Got tunes, got heat, got a restroom. You might even you have hot water in there.
Yes.
That makes one of us. We
Yeah.
don't. You have hot water.
Yep, that's always good.
Nice. Okay, let's see what these guys are up to. What are you guys up to?
No.
You
We're
got,
working, dude.
you got light in here?
We just unloaded everything.
You got, all right, number 32 for the Utah
Carl
Jet.
Malone.
Okay, Jim's got it. Is that Carl Malone?
Should be Carl Malone.
Yeah, Carmelo.
He's on the dream team.
Who's he play for now?
Nobody. He's retired.
Isn't he he's like Ray's age?
I take offense to
Probably
that.
like he's more like your age and my age. He's not that old.
There is 4 pinballs and then 2 arcade games.
Okay, this is the dialogue that happens between Ray and Felix when we bring in a machine.
Oh, yeah, there's some-
What's it look like?
Superman, right?
And Felix normally takes notes at this point,
Yes.
don't you?
Yeah, so I don't forget about the names of the games, the year of the game. Because sometimes they bring me cabinets with the wrong color.
Yeah, and you don't even know what it
Sometimes-
is.
That's right, and sometimes someone else they just roll the game with a base color. You don't even know what's underneath.
Hey
it.
Jimmy, paint it black.
Paint it black.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. And sometimes the color is faded.
Sure.
So I want to make sure I get the right color.
Well, and you want to make your customer notes at this point is, okay, they want this, but they don't want that. Like you were talking about that button in there.
Yeah.
Plug this hole, but don't do that.
These are all prepped.
Yeah.
Yeah, no work except sanding, painting.
Okay.
I cleaned all these and took all the hardware as usual off. So these are all soap.
Yeah, we were talking about that inside. So this is a game
very good.
that's ready for you. Everything's
ready.
off.
Because that's one of the, you know, some people are like, how can I say, allergic to the mold, dust.
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems I have here, especially when my wife or my son helps us. I have to do all that because they get allergic or asthma and stuff like that.
I don't.
And some cabinets come like that, and I have to do it too, you know, clean it. But you guys do that for me. I appreciate that a lot.
Okay.
That's
Everything
good.
is done inside.
Yeah.
Ready to just I cleaned everything like I always do. I cleaned everything.
Ray, what do you think of the Atari cabinets?
They're delicate. They're not well made. They do this.
Yeah, they're chintzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember you used to do a few of these for Joe. Remember they used to fall apart like shred like
Yeah.
I don't know why. He only ever had a few of these that you did though.
When I see that, and like over there, I
Yeah.
try to get out,
Loose.
take out everything I
Anything that's falling off, and then you Bondo it.
Then I bond it, I fix it. And
This is Joe Newhart's. We took the stuff out of it
Yeah, we left the play
because the
field
play
and
field was
everything's
fine.
there.
Yep. He just wants the head.
It didn't work long enough to get worn.
It's there. And the head's in better shape than the
Did,
cabinet.
did it really?
It worked. There was a drop target that was flaky, and Ray fixed the drop target. Yeah,
Yeah, it works fine.
Okay, neat.
Joker poker, right?
Yes. They're both
Taxi.
gems. I don't know what he's
There's
going
the
to do with them,
cabinet.
but okay.
Again, they're prepped, washed, and the two jokers and the heads, and they're stripped. I have them wrapped because I took hardware off, you know.
And what I need you to do is not confuse. One head goes with one pin, and the other head goes with the other pin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't he for real?
You can kick him, Felix. Feel free.
Why you have to say that?
Because his brain's frozen.
Okay. Well, listen, yeah, this is, you just say it, but I have to ask you, make sure.
Yeah, I'm playing with you, man.
Okay. Yeah, but sometimes, hey, I want this hat to go with this.
Yeah,
cabinet, not with
I'm
that.
pulling your leg,
You know,
man.
you know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes people do that.
I
Hey,
know.
keep this head with this cabinet, you know.
Well, they're both going to be identical. Although they're gems. You want to do a custom job on one? We can have a Joker poker painted backwards
Yeah, and that head will.
with the black where the orange goes and the orange where the black
Now,
goes.
this is Joe Newhart's.
One of them's gonna be
Now,
raised.
He sent this
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. You
somewhere
don't want
years
it.
ago, and the guy that did the work on it did decals. Now, it's up to you whether you want to take it down to the base paint and redo the paint. I'm going to send you an email link on what the artwork looks like,
Okay.
but he did decals. This is all decals. Joe don't want that. He wants it.
Well, you know, I noticed that
The yellow is paint, the green
Yeah.
is paint, but the rest of
the white is
like the
decal.
dots, the white.
well, the
orange.
dots on ours are. Felix, you
He wants
generally
it painted.
do decal dots too, but you
Yeah.
don't leave them uncovered. They'll have a clear coat of
A clear
paint
coat.
over it.
If I do that, if I use vinyl.
But that's not uncommon. I mean, I looked at the Gangbusters,
Yeah.
and those are decals.
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
The dots are anyway.
It's a list of what he wanted done, so I thought I'd give it to you.
This is just for that.
Yeah, this
the
is called Champion Baseball by Genco.
Okay.
And it's a huge, I don't know if you've ever seen one of those.
The only question here
1956.
is, remember, if I can touch up this doesn't look bad. I don't know if it's the right color or not. And I can fix some areas, but sometimes fixing just small areas to make everything look nice, sometimes it's better than just do the whole game
Yeah, I know.
from zero.
You're probably
right?
gonna do that from
Yeah,
zero,
but-
yeah.
And sometimes, like the game doesn't look too bad right now. Maybe just a little dents on the edges. And maybe it'll cost less money doing that than doing the whole game. That's another question.
Well,
Is the customer-
it's coming in here, Felix, because it was done poorly.
Okay.
So
So
we're
that's
looking
right.
for the opposite of done poorly.
They want to look like a
Do it
high-end
right.
game,
Yes.
so I'll do it right. I'll just strip it off.
His phone number's on there if you have any questions
Okay.
other than what he noted here. Now on the front coin door,
Oh boy, wait till you see this.
what he wants is that is off of a probably 5-year-old coin-op device, that slide.
Okay.
He doesn't want that. And the latch is here. And that's the hole for where the lock should be.
This is original here.
Yeah.
This is not supposed to be there.
No.
What about that?
No, not that either. This had a coin slide on it. I'm
Wait,
going to send you an email link of pictures to this.
That was called
How that
9.5
door's
out
supposed to
of
look
10.
like?
What would you like to have done at the door?
Yes, it was a fantastic.
It 9.5
It was a fabulously fantastic.
Fantastic.
Plays love. It's better than new.
The coin door
Oh, yeah,
lock
better
where
than
that
that.
hole is, and then I'm going to put a free play button somewhere.
Okay. Then I can do that.
Other than that, this is the same predicament, and this is what this guy did, and this is what he objects to.
Decals again.
Yeah, and they're peeling off. There's decals everywhere. Yeah, he doesn't want that. Actually, you did one of these for Adam Kowalski,
Yes.
and you should do what you did on that to this.
Duplicate.
Is this the same machine or?
Yes.
It's a different title, but it's the same machine.
Yeah.
there's
I remember this.
Yeah, there's two. There's two of these. One's 10 strike and one's 10 pins. The artwork is different on 10 strike, but you're right. They're the same machine, but the artwork's a little different. He sent me email links to give to you, so I'm going to forward them to you. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay.
You know, he wants the wood done, and then the black done here.
Inside on the inside.
Yeah, the black, yeah. And then this isn't even the right blue. You probably still have the right blue.
It's lighter. It's supposed to be lighter.
That's correct, yeah. So that's the story on that one.
Okay.
That's a nice, very easy, lightweight game to do. And it's prepped, it's stripped, ready to go.
Taxi.
Taxi.
There's our taxi.
Okay, I have a question here.
Yeah,
See this panel here?
yeah.
This one and this one? That's not supposed to be there. See this
Oh,
first
they put sides on it.
sides on it. That's
Oh
not
my.
supposed to be there. That's not original.
So, oh my.
The
You're
problem,
right, I didn't notice
okay,
that.
the problem here is that maybe if I try to take this first plywood
You
out,
don't even know what's underneath it.
maybe it's attached with contact cement or something
Oh
like
my,
that.
and the whole thing will fall apart.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
I didn't
might,
notice that.
that might make the cabinet heavier. No?
I would probably pretend I didn't see that and just fix it.
Just fix it right here.
That's just my thought on it. I don't know.
Wow, I didn't see that.
If
You're right.
I can try to take this out, you know.
Yeah,
but
it looks
as I
like-
say, maybe I don't know if maybe it's not nailed, but it could be contact cement. And when
you're
I
gonna
take
rip
that out,
everything
it's gonna rip everything. You know, it's gonna be
Another
worse.
fabulous.
Oh my. Well,
I'll tell you what. This is the notes Joe had on it, and they're nothing other than what I said to you. There's only
Repaint.
two
Maybe
notes.
he didn't even notice.
No,
that.
I'm sure he didn't because we
No,
didn't.
We didn't either. I didn't either.
Also, you have a copy here? Oh, I thought it was the same paper.
No, this is for this, that's for that.
10 stripe.
When you go to do this, if you take a picture of this and send it to him and ask him what he thinks of that.
Okay. You want me to do this or you want me to do that?
Yeah, ask him. I don't know, man, because you're right.
Is
If
it?
he
So it's
goes
the same customer
yes,
for both games?
Yeah, he has 3. He has this,
the
this,
taxi.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got 4.
Okay.
Oh, the
He's
Superman.
got the
that's right.
Superman, the taxi, and then those 2.
In the play field, he just wants you to do the green. You can do a little touch up on this, but don't take off the artwork, just do the green. Because the green's doing
Planking.
a little bit, not much. Remember, this is 1956. I think bad shape for 56.
I have to paint the whole area here,
Yeah.
and probably from here down, I'll airbrush. I'll airbrush the green
Yeah.
because this looks nice. It's very minor touch up.
True.
This looks nice too.
Okay, I agree with you. That's what to do with it.
And clear coat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then these are pretty nice shape. I prepped and
Yeah, they
cleaned
look
these.
nice.
Uh,
Little minor touch up on the outline in the black.
yeah, you know, here.
A little red.
Yeah, the pop bumper area on the other one's a little bit.
And the other one's worse or?
It's about the same, just the
Yeah,
pop
yeah,
bumper
yeah.
area is just.
Oh, they look nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be very easy.
Why don't we have 3? Everybody gets a Joker poker but me?
You can have it. If you can put
You
it
didn't
on.
want one.
Whose Joker pokers are the? Oh, yours? Okay.
This nut right here is what I'm waiting to hear.
Joe,
What's that?
I'm waiting for him to chime in and say it's.
how
this
many
nut
did
right
Joe
here.
do with these? A lot.
Oh, a lot of
And
that.
people would stand in line waiting for the things.
Mm.
The guy in, what was his name? Steve, the guy that bought the Black Knight, and I delivered the super checks. Darn it, I can't remember his name. But anyway, he was waiting for one of them for years, and Joe sold him, I think, one of those for $5,000 years ago.
Oh my.
Yeah, they were in demand a lot.
$5,000 for a Joker poker? Jim, your thoughts?
Really?
Is the last Joker poker I did for you guys too, or the last one I did?
No.
Yeah, maybe.
That was Marson. That was Dave's. It was an EM. Remember it?
Oh yeah, that's right. You did one for us. It was electromechanical. Yeah, that's a rare one. But these things here, they're great old piece.
Felix, what's the funniest thing that ever happened at Game Room Warehouse?
Funniest thing, I don't know. I have to think. So many things happening there after
Yeah.
it's around 7, 8 years there.
See, Felix was in his own area. He would come down on the floor once in a while to talk to Joe about something. But he was in his paint room area on the second floor.
All right, I got one for you. I'll take an easy one. Wolfie, don't wrap that. The paint ain't dry.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Did that ever happen?
Yeah. Don't
Oh, and one time I remember.
deliver it.
One time I remember I just fixed this Back to the Future cabinet. This game took me a couple weeks to fix cause the head was all loosened.
Yeah.
You know,
Fall
I have
apart.
to, yeah, and I had to touch it up. Very nice. It looked perfect. The day they delivered this game with Wolfie dropped it from the truck in the street on the road.
Oh, that's not funny. That's a disaster.
That was oof. I remember that. I never forget about that. Then I have to put it back together again. And get a glass. Because I remember the glass broke. And,
Oh my.
but a lot of crazy things happened.
All right, did I miss anything here?
I hope not.
Are those gun games going to fit on that truck?
We have
I
to
don't
lay
know.
them down.
Yeah, have to
Like
lay them down.
the last time we took 2 of them, they were like laying in the back. One front and
No, we can always strap them on the roof.
No, they'll lay down and they'll go all the way up in there. Yeah, they're not too wide. And this one's a monster.
Okay, well while he's not here, does anybody have an opinion on the graphics on this car?
Unique.
It's his wife's car, man. She likes it.
Yeah, it's got,
She likes it.
yeah, no doubt. Jim, we got to customize your, if we ever get your Trans Am fixed, we'll customize it and we'll,
No.
we need to put some boobs on it.
Instead of like Knight Rider with the little red lights going
Yeah.
back and forth, put shaking boobs on.
Yeah,
the
we'll have bouncing boobs on the front of
And I
your,
can post
front of
that
your
for
car.
people to
Yeah, we can put it on
drive
pin side for people to get upset about. Okay, well, I'm going to cut here, and when he comes back in, we'll thank him for walking us through his paint shop, and then I guess we're going to hit the road, right?
Yes.
How's that sound?
Yes.
That thing was hidden. I didn't really notice
The
when
blanket.
when it was hidden. How nice the side of this thing is. Look at that.
I like it.
Isn't that neat? What is it?
Notice how I like everything.
Wild Kingdom.
Wild Kingdom.
Looks neat.
I assume you made the stencils. You didn't have the stencils for this. You
No,
made them.
Not even for the other one. Coney Island.
Well, the other one doesn't look like it's all that detailed. This one kind of is.
3 colors, 3 stencils.
4
That's
colors.
neat.
Well, I guess yellow is the base.
Yeah, the base.
The base would be yellow.
Yeah, that's neat looking.
Wow,
Sure.
man.
That's awesome.
Oh, and I did the bottom. Like this frame you see here,
Yeah.
it didn't have that. I
Wow.
made that frame and put
Casters.
those little caster wheels.
Because it had that originally.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This one didn't when he brought it in.
Yeah, I
Was gone?
surprised.
All right, I just wanted to catch that because it was buried in there. Neat, nice work, Felix. Good job. Yeah. I'm just putting a thank you on the end of this, Felix. Appreciate you walking us through your shop.
You're welcome, guys.
Appreciate what you do for us, and we'll see you next time, man. Get to work.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome, guys. I hope to see you soon.
Hi, we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Want to know what's coming next? Go like us on Facebook right now. You can keep up to date with all of us here at the shop and what we've been up to. Thank you for watching.